and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be setting up my Hobonichi weeks for 2024. So grab your planners and your Hobonichis and let's get started. So this Hobonichi weeks will be my everyday carry for planning, organizing. It'll have a savings tracker on here. So if you're looking for ideas on how to use the Hobonichi weeks, then please keep watching. All right, let's start by sharing with you the materials that I will be using. I have the Hobonichi pin that came with the Hobonichi weeks, the Archer and Olive acrylograph pen, the stamps, and then some washi and stickers. So I have this that I got from the Michaels store, and then some Coffee Monsters Co. stickers, as well as like stickers from Archer and Olive. So this was from their summer collection, and then these letters were from one of their subscription boxes. And then I also have some washi tape from Notebook Therapy and washi tape from Archer and Olive. So just wanted to let you know what I plan to use along the way. Also, please excuse my nails. They are quite yellow, so I decided to give them a break from nail polish. So that's why I don't have them done. Okay, so we are going to start off by decorating the inside cover. So the Hobonichi weeks came with this card with information about the designer, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to use the stickers that I got from the Michaels store to decorate. And to paste the card that came with the Hobonichi weeks, I'm just going to use my Tombow adhesive tape. Okay, now I'm going to decorate the inside page. I think I'm going to put this over here. I think I'm going to use this cute llama. Okay, I'm going to put the cute little llama down here. And then I think this gold here, just to kind of decorate. Okay, so there's the inside cover, and then the inside of this cover. Okay, so for this section, I actually was gonna leave it blank. I wasn't gonna use anything on here, but I was watching, I think it's Amber Plans, and she's putting travel dates on this section. So I thought that would be a good idea to kind of like have the overview of the year and think about what dates I want to travel. So I know, for example, that I like to visit Mexico in August. My grandmother still lives over there, and I will be adding those dates on here as soon as I have those plans finalized. But I think it would also be maybe since it has two sections on here, I could put like where I would like to go and then the dates on this side. So that's my plan for this section. Okay, for the index section, my plan is to highlight the days that I don't spend any money. So one of the things that I want to work on is minimizing my spending. And, you know, a lot of that comes from partly because my husband says that I need to be more aware of it. But also, I have this book that I checked it out from the library. It's a good example of a book that I started to read, and then I had to return it. So now I think I'm just on the last like section of the book. But in the beginning of the book, she talks about the cultural legacy burdens, and one of them is materialism. So it just made me, you know, kind of contemplate on my spending and just kind of be a little more thoughtful. I originally got this book because I'm a psychologist and I always like to read things before recommending them to clients. But I will say that with just reading the second chapter of the book, I just wanted to focus a year on just tracking my spending to see, like, then once I track it, then I can decide if I need to take any steps after that. So that's what I'm doing on this section, is just highlighting any days that I don't spend any money. And then so for the reading journal, I actually did not decorate this. I'm using a Hobonichi Weeks for a reading journal, but I got these Coffee Monsters Co. washi tape stickers, and this one seems pretty thin that I could use here at the bottom. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one on this side and one on this side. They're so cute, but that was actually a little difficult to put in that little space. So I just wanted to give it a shot with decorating it. Okay, on to the monthly section. Oh, quick note, just in terms of like feedback that I can already give about using this Hobonichi Weeks and the cover. These have been quite annoying because it's hard to zip it up, and so I already know that it is eventually gonna get caught in the zipper. So I think I saw that someone removed these strings, and I may end up doing that, but just wanted to give that kind of information in case anyone was interested. So for the monthly section, I will be using the Coffee Monsters Co. stickers, and this is my first time getting this was the January set that she released, and I decided to just get one just to see if I liked it before I invested in any others. And I'm gonna use it to decorate the January monthly section. Okay, I added all the date stickers on here. And yeah, I don't think I would buy these again. I just feel like it's a little time consuming to paste all these little numbers. I can see how maybe you'd like it if, like, I guess, like if you don't like this red on here that's on Sunday, you could use the stickers to cover that up. But yeah, that's just my, kind of first impression thoughts. I do like the decorative elements and the other stickers. And now I'm going to use this washi tape. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. Okay, to add some color, I'm going to use the stamps to kind of mark some important dates, like for New Year. I'm going to add this celebration stamp. Oh, it didn't stamp all the way. I needed to press a little harder. Oh no. There we go. And then our wedding anniversary is on the 8th. Oh, well, this is why I say that this channel is about embracing imperfections, because that did not stamp the way I was hoping for. Let me try it again. Second time is a try. Maybe swatch all of these before using them. Okay, and then my dad's birthday. Okay, so I put a sticker on top just to kind of cover the mistake that happened with the stamp. So it says happy moment, which I think makes perfect sense given it's our wedding anniversary. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it decorated like that for now. So for the monthly section, I really am just gonna use it to make sure I have like birthdays, any other special occasions, any holidays, travel plans, personal appointments, doctor's appointments, any work events. So all of that is just going to go on here, just because this is the planner that I will be carrying with me all the time. So that's how I plan to use this. I will say that at work, because I'm a psychologist, I have, the electronic health record. So I don't really need it to track like client appointments and things like that, but I can use this to track things like my continuing education events. So just wanted to note that in case, like I said, in case any of this is helpful. But on to the weekly section. Okay, so on the weekly section, my plan is to every week, I'll reference my monthly, see if there are any important dates for the week that I need to be aware of, and then transfer them into this weekly section. And then on this side, I'm going to have a section, half of this will be my work to do, and then the other half will be my personal to do. And by work to do, again, I am a psychologist, so I won't be putting any like confidential information on here. So just things like need to finish notes for X day. So that's something that I'll put on this half. Any personal to do, like calling doctors, scheduling appointments, things like that will go on the second half. And then another thing to go along with me trying to be more mindful of my spending is that on each day on this weekly section, my plan is to write down, if I do spend money on anything and kind of what the purpose was of having spent money on that. So I got the idea for using this as kind of like all kind of financial related things from, I believe it's Claire from Online is the name of her YouTube channel. But yeah, I wanted to, say what I spent, but then along with that, like what the purpose was of that spending. Again, just for me to be more mindful of my spending. Okay, let's get to decorating this now. So I actually just remembered that for this first week of January, I will not be working. So I won't do what I normally would do, which is a work to do and a personal to do. I'm just going to decorate the page, and I'm going to use this stamp and then the washi tape for that. I think I might use one of these labels as well. So this one says, "And so the adventure begins," which I thought was nice. I decided to just use this. Oops. Oh no, I smudged it. I'm trying to put this in here. Good to know that the stamp ink takes a while to dry off. I do wish there was an easier way to remove the backing from these stickers. It takes forever for me to get these out. Okay, so I will leave that like that for now. And on to the notes section. So I will say too, I have this extra, I forgot what these are called, but they come in a set of 3. And so my plan is to use these for any confidential notes that I do happen to write. So for example, I do 15-minute consultation phone calls with someone who wants to be a potential client, and those are notes that I don't want to keep, right? So I can write things down here and then just tear it off and shred. So that's my plan for this part of the notes. So in the notes section, my plan is to do my wish list. So when I did bullet journaling, I always like to have like a running list of things that I want, and I think it helps me be more thoughtful about what I want. It helps me delay with purchases. So I'm gonna start with the wish list. So I'm doing a wish list, then a savings tracker, medical bills tracker, and then the rest of the notes section will be for things like any non-confidential, like work meeting notes, any travel planning, gift planning. So let's set up the wish list first. I'm gonna use this just to put wish list at the top. So that is where I will put the wish list, and if I need more space, then I will keep this side blank as well. So now I'm going to set up the savings tracker. So if you watched my Hobonichi Week's reading journal setup, you will know that I'm using kind of like a similar format as I did with the tracking books that I read for 2024. So I'm gonna put savings tracker. I'm gonna use these to put savings tracker at the top. And then I'm gonna draw boxes that I will highlight if I meet my savings goal for the month. And I'm gonna do 24 boxes total because my goal is to save. I get paid twice in a month, so my goal is to save every time that I get paid, so that's twice a month. So I'm gonna draw 24 boxes on here. So yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so I knew that I wanted to do 24 boxes, so I just used a pencil to kind of estimate where I wanted the boxes to get 24, and I'm doing 4x4 boxes and doing two columns on each side and then 6 rows. So if you've seen my channel before, you know that I have this thing where I tend to not reach for rulers, but then I realized that I have a pencil board, and so I thought I could use that to get the lines for the boxes. But I will say that my kind of go-to model is embracing imperfections, because if I were to wait for perfection, honestly, none of my videos would be posted. And my specialty as a psychologist is working with clients who have anxiety, who struggle with perfectionism. And so I feel like I kind of have to practice what I preach and try not to get things to be too perfect. So that, I don't know, that kind of explains, if you've seen any of my other videos, why I just don't use rulers as often. But let's see how it's like to just use this pencil board just to draw the lines. So I feel like even when I use a ruler, like the lines don't come out straight. So see, like that to me is still not perfect, and in my head I'm like, I should just hand draw it. I'm gonna do the rest off camera and then come back. Okay, so I drew the boxes and I tried to use this to draw straight lines, but I still messed up. So I don't know, maybe I'll stick to my method of not using a ruler. I think a see-through ruler might also help as well. But anyway, I'm gonna use this cute washi tape to decorate the bottom. There is the savings tracker, and like I said, my plan is to highlight a box if I've met my savings goal. So I will actually be talking to my husband and just kind of seeing how much I should do each paycheck. So it's for the month, so it'll be like January, February, March, April, and so on. And then I'll just kind of color in if I meet my savings goal for each pay period. Okay, so moving on to the medical bills tracker. So I have another video where I talked about my plan for how I'm going to use the Hobonichi avec for health tracking. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because I realized that I wanted a way to be able to track my medical bills, but I didn't want to put that in the health tracker. I felt like it made more sense to put it in here, since this is kind of where I am keeping track of whether I'm spending money, and if I do spend money, the purpose of it. So it just made more sense for me to include it in my everyday carry. And the reason why I want to track all my health and medical bills is because I realized that I get very confused sometimes on whether I have paid a bill or not. So I have rheumatoid arthritis, which is a chronic autoimmune condition, and I go to the doctor every 3 months. I also go to frequent like dental visits, and for me, the way my insurance works is I'll pay the copay with the rheumatologist. But then if they do anything, or for example, the monthly infusions, they send me the bill by mail and then also through an email statement. And so because I get both, I forget if I've paid a statement or not. And then when I go online to log into the account, I'll see like an extra bill. So I don't know, sometimes it feels like these bills are coming out of nowhere, and I swear I've paid them. So I thought that for this year, I just needed a better way to be able to track it. So that's why I'm going to track my medical bills. And this is going to be a little bit more minimalist. So I'm just going to put medical bills at the top, and since I did this kind of like cute purple color, I'll do this washi tape at the bottom, and then I'm gonna leave some space so that I can continue adding to that. So I wrote this off camera, and I'm just gonna put this at the bottom to decorate. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a little more simple and leave it like that. So I will just keep a running list every time I have received a statement and made the payment. And that'll be helpful too, because this will be where I keep track of my appointments. So if I go to the monthly section over here, if I have a doctor's appointment, then I'll know, I made this payment for that specific doctor's appointment. So that's what I'll be using this section for. And I'll probably leave like 3, maybe I'll leave a few. I don't know how many I will need, so I might leave just like a few blank pages just to make sure that I have enough space to track all my medical bills. I think the only thing left for me to do is to set up these Coffee Monsters Co. stickers. So this is another one where I wasn't sure if I was going to benefit from using it, because I was thinking that with me having the cover, it might be a little hard or it might get in the way, but I don't know. It looks like it'll work out okay. So let's set up these stickers on here. Okay, so there's January. And no, I just realized that the stamp kind of went on to the other page, but it's okay. Like I said, we embrace imperfections on this channel. Okay, so all the tabs are done. So again, this is my first time using these Coffee Monsters Co. tabs. So one thing I am noticing already, again with the embracing imperfections, is that I followed the like the number on here to put the tabs, but they are a little too close together. So I think if I were to do it again, I would try to space them out rather than following the little number on the Hobonichi weeks. So things to know for the future. I was worried that it wouldn't fit with the pin here, but that worked out quite fine. Let's do a final flip through. Right, now I am ready for 2024. I hope that gave you some ideas for how you can use the Hobonichi weeks. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite way to use the Hobonichi weeks. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I love stationery, so I have a lot of content on stationery. I also have my journaling and mental health series that I am working on, and I'm planning to do more content on books, art, and beauty as well. But with everything, really my goal is to build awareness of chronic illness and mental health. So if all that sounds like something that you are interested in, then make sure to like and subscribe. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.